So day 2 out here in beautiful Tennessee. We're going to be going out to a slightly different location today and filming some longer shots, which means we also bring out the centerfire rifles, which I think is going to be a lot of fun, probably shooting out to like 900 or 1,000 meters. We've got the rimfires and we've got the air rifles, and I think from my side the goal today is to do a sort of match rimfire versus match air rifle contest, where we've got the unshoots, which is just a beautiful, pristine, probably one of the nicest rimfires I've ever seen, and putting it up against my impact that I put together a few days ago, shooting the 40 grain javelins. I'm not sure whether that'll go on my channel or on Eric's channel, Eric from RMAC Veteran 8888, but we might do a bit of both. So stay tuned, and it's going to be fun.
We've got a bit of a drive to get out to the property that we'll be shooting on today, and we start to get everything organized. Air tanks, an armory of guns, and some on-the-scene problem solving. We bought a rail for this ticker, but it was the wrong one, so Dave had to make a plan the redneck way and just quickly drill an extra hole. It actually worked out pretty good. Meanwhile, Rick discovered his inner Dr. Doolittle. The spot we'd be shooting at today would give us plenty of distance to play with. We'd be setting up at an elevated point and shooting downhill over grass towards a valley below. Pretty much the perfect spot to set out some steel, and before we even started unpacking, the competitive side of all of us came out as we had a little contest to see who could guess the distance of the furthest point.
My golf instincts tell me 8.
I'm going to say 720.
Alright, shoot it.
Okay. 752.
You suck!
We were both close.
Hey, so we can get 700 yards right here. Yeah. That's about as far as you want to go right here.
So this is making me excited here. I'm getting a bit of a nervous twitch because of all the guns that have just come out. Just like I'm a drug addict or something. But there's guns all over the place. We've got tons of air rifles here of all shapes and sizes. We've got rimfires, and we've got some centerfire rifles for long range shooting, and everyone's just kind of getting set up, getting tripods, spotting scopes, lab radars, cameras, everything set up. So yeah, it's going to be a good time, and can't wait to get some trigger time in today.
While Eric hung behind and started setting up his cameras, we headed downrange to set out some steel. Because much of our focus would be on air guns and rimfires, we put out a decent number of gongs at 350 yards and under, but we also found space for 500 and 740 yard targets.
Hit it.
Nailed it.
The centerfires we'd brought with were chambered in 6.5 Creedmoor and 6.5 PRC, and both dressed in GRS Warg stocks and element scopes. This section was filmed for Eric's channel, RMAC Veteran 8888, so you can check it out there. I wasn't personally involved with this one, but it always makes me feel proud to see other guys enjoying the scopes that I put so much work into. And of course, there's the sound of bullets slamming into steel, which never gets boring, even as a spectator.
Nice.
Yep.
3 shots at 740.
Good on the dope. We can check. You want to check the 10 rifle? That's a little target.
It is.
For 750.
Sent the mass.
Here and
Hit it.
there.
You hit it.
Hey, no more fishing, guys. We're shooting guns.
Oh, we're gonna be fishing later.
There's a
Oh,
creek
we will
down.
be.
There's a creek down there.
Yeah, there's a creek down there. Oh, she is softball. Nice.
First shot.
First shot. I was going for the golf ball on the top.
You see my glob of gum on there? It's at 100 yards.
So that was a offhand first shot, 290 yards. This gun's really, really very, very accurate.
You did not. You just hit it offhand.
He
Yeah.
did. Yeah, we both. I hit it.
Have to beep that out. But yeah, super accurate. I have no excuses for the PRS at RMAC at all. I know my gun is spot on. Not only spot on, but I know I've got my like trajectory 100% perfect. So yeah, good times. So we've got a gong out there at 290 something yards. It's pretty much 300 yards. The guys next door are shooting with a firearm, so I don't want to get in their way with all the other targets, but we've got one gong out there that's just asking to be shot, and we've got the impact set up. So just while we're wasting some time, I'm going to hit record on the scope cam. I'm going to dial, that's 1 revolution. I'm going to go 13, yeah, pretty much 13 mils, 12.8, and let's see what we can do.
I'm in between you and Matt.
I'm the guy that can pick up a gun and shoot something. I don't know how far away it is.
Well, considering that half your shots are field.
Yeah, they are field.
Oh, it's so close.
Hey!
What is that, 5 shots?
Yeah?
I'm happy with that. I mean, not easy to shoot offhand,
8 at,
and that's far.
that's like 2 at 100.
That's beautiful, too.
Yeah, happy with that. I did get it first time off camera a bit earlier, but I know that doesn't count, so.
All right, so we're down here. We got a golf ball here at 300. We were just plinking away offhand, and we were wondering, you know, how close are we really getting? We saw major dust, and then we see this, and then you see this brokenness here. That's how close we were. One over the top there, we can see that, but all of them were sitting right in here. There's a lot of hits. There's a hit here, here. That is pretty good for offhand shooting, especially with the impact, with shooting a javelin 40 grains like a laser. Offhand at 300 yards, I'm quite impressed of how they're shooting, that's for sure. But you see it's still sitting there intact. It won't be by this evening, just so you know.
Now that we've established that I can in fact shoot, it's time to throw all my skill out the window and pretty much humiliate myself. We had planned to do an airgun versus rimfire challenge for Dave's channel, with Ted and myself versus Dave and Eric, and it didn't quite go as we wanted, with Team Airgun getting absolutely smashed by an on-fire Eric.
Hey guys, 22 Flinkster here. I've got some good friends here on my channel today, and these two guys over here to my left, they're their air gun guys, okay? We're here at my house, well, near my house, near Nashville, and we've been wanting to do this for years. This is going to be rimfire versus air guns. Dun, dun, dun. All right, so Eric, everybody knows Eric, Iraq veteran, 8888. All right, he's going to be on Team Rimfire, the #1 team. All right, what are you shooting?
I'm shooting the sand shoots here, and it's got the new Element Theos on here. This is I'm going to let Matt probably explain this optic a little more. It's just very, very, very new. There's only a few of these out there, and this is one ridiculously accurate 22.
It is. I shot that thing yesterday. So on Team Rimfire, follow me. I've got my Voodoo here, Crimson Trace optic, and Matt. All right, before we go any farther, Eric, Iraq veteran, 8888 YouTube channel. Of course, myself, 22 Plinkster. What's your YouTube channel?
Matt Dubber from Air Arms Hunting SA.
Little blue crunchy things. Ted's holdover. YouTube.
Yeah. So what are you shooting here?
So I'm shooting a FX Impact M3. It's a 22 caliber, shooting a 40 grain slug at around 1040 feet per second. I'm the only one shooting without a suppressor today, so it's going to be a little bit noisier than everything else. but it keeps it a little bit shorter. And then on top I've got also an Element Theos 6-36 first focal plane rifle scope. Nice setup, should be good.
All right, Mr. Holdover.
My turn. I am shooting a stock Wildcat, FX Wildcat Mark III BT. I call it the Gremlin. This is a Element Helix down here, and yeah, I am quiet. I'm like,
I like this guy over here.
I don't know, whatever that is.
What did you say?
Whatever that camera is picking up, it's not enough.
Yeah, it's not
enough.
I won't spoil it too much for you. You'll have to just go to Dave's channel to see what went down. But basically, we played a game of horse on targets out to 350 yards, and I missed every single shot. Yep, that's called letting down the team.
You see my flip-flop tan?
I do see your flip-flop tan. That's pretty good.
Ted with his Wildcat, which is not really made for extreme long-range shooting like this, and arguably not a match for the rimfires at these distances, got more points than me. Sorry Team A-Gun, but in our defense, Eric was on fire. I don't know what he had for breakfast, but he put all of us to shame.
Yes! Oh, wow! Yes! God. Yes!
You felt like you were there forever,
I
man.
was like, take the shot! Take the shot already! Nailed it!
What the heck?
Yes! Eric's keeping me alive. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh!
Hit it.
You did hit it.
Yep.
You did hit it.
Yep.
Good shot, oh chap. 3, 2, 1. That's a hit! 280 yards. He's in fuego. My man. All right.
Of course, as soon as Dave's cameras
this is
turn off,
challenging.
I
Not
find my
at all.
mojo
you hit
and
it.
start hitting everything.
Rick's over here collecting scalps.
I just got rid of the golf ball on top.
Dang, you're nailing it at 350.
Before heading home, I decided to film a video for my own channel, just showing a long uncut clip of this beast of an air gun engaging targets all the way out to 350. I'll put a link below, it's definitely worth the watch.
Well, we're gonna call it a day. Sun's starting to get low. It's been an awesome day of shooting. It's actually pretty tricky because over here we're a little bit sheltered from the wind. We don't always feel what's going on. But down there, at those distances out to 350 yards, a tiny bit of wind is the difference between hitting on the right edge or the left edge or missing completely. So, a bit frustrating, but I've ended on a good note. I've hit a whole bunch in a row, including 350 with my impact, and did a 280 yard shot offhand first try. So very happy, and we're gonna grab some supper and end off the day.
The next morning, we moved down towards a different spot, a little more sheltered, and got straight down to business once again. The plan was to film a trick shot video with Dave and Rick, to film another airgun and rimfire video for Eric's channel with myself behind the impact, and to eventually take out the 300 PRC for some fun to wrap it all up.
We are onto our third day here in Tennessee, and what a stunner of a day. We've got very little wind, and today we're in the shade, which is great because it's been pretty hot the last few days and I'm not quite used to the humidity. But yeah, whole group of people out here, a bunch of great shooters, a whole lot of different cameras, and once again we're just going to go mad and shoot to our heart's content. But we've got a bit of air guns today, got a bit of rimfires, and we've got 300 PRC that we're going to play around with as well, which is an absolute hammer. We've got 720 yards, 720 yards I think it is of range here, which is perfect. And I think we're going to start off the day with myself and Eric having a nice chat about air rifles for Eric's channel. So if that's up by the time I put this up, I'll put a link down below. If not, go subscribe to Eric's channel and you can see it there. But yeah, what a stunning place. Let's get to it.
We actually got the ball rolling with the shoot-off between Dave and Rick. This one was really fun to watch as a bystander. Both these guys basically built their channels around trick shots, and so this one was bound to happen eventually.
So downrange we have a balloon at 100 yards. And on top of that balloon, we have a playing card laying flat. Oh. A little bit too greedy. All right, let's go down there and look at the card.
Let's look at the card.
And just see if there's nicks or anything in it. So here we go.
This video is on Dave's channel right now. I'll put a link below, but while they were filming this, Nicole and I headed to find some shade, and I thought it would be a great opportunity to have a chat about something that had been on the back of my mind for a while, and probably on yours too, RMAC.
So while we're sitting here in the shade on this beautiful day, let's take the opportunity to talk about RMAC and what my expectations are for the event. Now, the first thing I'll say is it's been a few years since I've been to one of these big events in the US, and I'm really excited for the social side of it, just hanging out with good friends that I haven't seen in a long time, and yeah, just fooling around together and having fun. If you've seen my previous RMAC vlogs, you'll know it's a heck of a lot of fun. But from a competitive point of view, where do I think I stand? Let's start with the bench rest. Bench, for me, I don't take it as seriously as a lot of other people do. I've done relatively well in the past. I'm kind of mostly making it to the finals, but not really placing right at the top. The last time I shot RMAC, I placed 3rd overall, which I was very happy with. But there's a lot of luck involved with bench rest, which bench you draw, whether you get a random gust that's impossible to predict that pushes your pellet to the side, and there's a lot of things like that. So I don't take it too seriously for that very reason. I can do my part and I can just flop. That being said, it's pretty easy to set up a 30 cal impact to shoot bench. So I'm not really putting a lot of time towards it either. I've kind of taken all the bits and pieces that I need to put together a competitive setup, but the actual tuning aspect, finding pellets, getting the speed right, all of that stuff, it's very quick and easy, and I'm expecting to be able to be pretty competitive. So we'll see how bench goes. The speed shooting, I've also done really well in the speed shooting. That's probably been one of my best events, but I don't like the stress involved with a speed competition. I'm gonna obviously do my best, but it's one of those things where I'm just kind of doing it because it's fun. I'm not really thinking about winning it. I also have to use my 30 cal bench gun for speed, which is not necessarily shooting as fast as some of the other guys who might have dedicated speed guns, let's say shooting a 22 cal pellet at much higher speed. So once again, I'm not taking it too seriously, and I'm expecting there to be some new guys. In fact, I know there'll be some new guys that will probably beat me. The big one for me though is the precision rifle. I really enjoy that. Not only have I won the past 2 times I've competed, so every RMAC in the past that I've been to, I've taken first place at the precision rifle, but I really enjoy it. It kind of simulates what I do at home. It simulates having to quickly set up in a position and engage your target at a specific distance, dial for it, guess what the wind is going to do, and engage it within a specific space. Let's say simulating a kill zone on a monkey or a dusky or something like that. So that's my event. That being said though, this year there are going to be some very competitive shooters, as there were last year. The extra prize money, it's like $20,000 first place, has just brought over a lot of the professional PRS shooters who literally do this time after time, and guys like let's say Justin Welch, who literally shoots air rifle NRL 22 like every month and practices a lot. I don't practice for that, so I'm expecting it to be very difficult. I'm not expecting to do extremely well. I would just like to challenge myself, because I know that I probably have one of the best, if not the best, guns at the competition. As you would have seen today and yesterday and everything, my impact shooting those 40 grain javelin Gen 2s is just stacking slugs on top of each other. I'm putting slugs in 1.5 inches at 200 yards, even in the wind, and every distance I shoot at to, my elevation is perfect. So what I'm saying is that my gun is perfect, and it's all up to how I do. So I've prepared as best as I can, but what will actually happen at the competition, that is something that I just have no clue about. I have no clue where I stand as a competitor, and that's what I think is exciting for me. I'll admit I've done a little bit of research and preparation when it comes to what sort of shooting aids are the best for certain situations. For example, I've done some research into and some testing to see what what shooting bag, what bag fill material, and how full the bag should be, like what works best. I've tried to balance my impact a bit better so it can balance on a specific point and be more suitable for PRS. And I've installed that muzzle brake to stop the little bit of muzzle flip that I'll get. But as for whether I've got the best setup for the entire course and the best ideas of how to do certain things, I have absolutely no clue. Either way though, I'm having fun at this event, and I've really enjoyed shooting out far. So if I bomb out of the precision rifle, I think I can hold my head up high and say, you know what, I don't need to prove myself. I've done pretty well in the past. Maybe the days of me doing well are over with all these really good shooters coming in, but hey, I've done my best, and I know that when it comes to allowing the gun to do what it's good at, which is engaging targets at longer range accurately, I know that the gun's capable of that. So it's going to be fun, and no matter what happens, I'm glad I came out here.
We waited for Rick and Dave to wrap up their video, and soon Eric and I were getting set up for ours. Once again, I'll direct you to Eric's channel to watch this one, but I'll say this, I probably enjoyed filming this one more than anything else the whole weekend. Eric is such a great host, and he always keeps fun at the center of everything, which is great. We basically just had a chat about the evolution of PCPs. We engaged a number of targets out to 200 yards and exploded some grapes and eggs at 100 and 150 yards. I'll just let these scope cam clips play through as a teaser. Oh yeah, you're almost dead center there.
I mean, those two shots landed an inch and a half from each other.
Oh yeah.
That's just so impressive. That seems like it was some authority move.
It did, yeah. I think that target's a bit too big for these guns, don't you think? Let's do a countdown and try and hit it at the same time. Okay.
So 3, 2, 1, and go.
3, 2, 1, then shoot.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Sight it in.
You ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1.
That's it. That's the video. It's over. It's over.
And lastly, to finish off the day, Oscar from GRS and I sat down with a beautiful 300 PRC and made a video for my channel showing just how easy it can actually be to get a rifle shooting long range from straight out the box with very little effort if you have the right components.
Dead center.
Dead center.
That's amazing. Man.
That's cool. Well guys, that's a wrap for the day. It's such an awesome time here. Just smash those targets with the air rifle, and then to finish off the day with the 300 PRC, just middling a gong at 600 felt really good. So we're gonna head back to the house, jump straight in the pool to cool off, and we might have a little get together and have some food together and a drink together, and just finish off this amazing gathering with some fellowship. So let's do that.
With everything wrapped up in Tennessee and some great memories made, we'll be heading off to the next event on the calendar in the next episode, the Rocky Mountain Airgun Challenge in Utah. Get ready for some more exclusive behind the scenes content, event commentary, and a whole lot of fun with another great group of people. Once again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you then.